What if I told you that an 88-year-old man who once struggled to get up from a chair can now briskly walk around the park every morning, and all this happened after just 10 weeks of changing his diet? The amazing part is that he didn't eat eggs, a food often considered the gold standard for protein. Instead, he chose special types of protein that science shows are more effective than eggs in repairing and building muscle in old age. When I reviewed his test results, I had to read them twice to believe my eyes. His overall muscle protein synthesis rate was almost equivalent to that of someone 25 years younger. The secret was not in eating a lot of protein, but in choosing the right kind, the kinds that contain biological weapons that eggs simply do not have. If you're over 50 or caring for an older loved one, the next few minutes may forever change how you think about protein. Because you're about to discover 5 types of protein that not only help preserve muscle, but make it stronger, more resilient, and able to fight back against the very process of aging that's happening in your body every day. And here's a truth no one tells you: muscle loss doesn't start at 60 or 70. After age 30, your muscles have already begun to shrink silently but continuously. By age 60, the rate of loss skyrockets. By 80 or 90, most people have lost nearly half their original muscle mass. This doesn't just affect strength, it determines independence, mobility, and even lifespan. The paradox is, as we get older, we need more protein to maintain muscle, but our bodies become less able to use it. Scientists call this anabolic resistance. It's like adding more fuel to a car whose engine is worn out, but it still can't run any faster. The good news is, certain proteins can break through this barrier. They don't just feed your muscles, they reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and carry special micronutrients that supercharge protein synthesis. And today, you'll learn about the 5 strongest ones, the same ones the 88-year-old man added to his meals. Are you ready? Let's explore the first one. Number 5. Lentils. The budget-friendly protein that's stronger than you think. When it comes to protein, many older adults immediately think of meat, fish, or eggs, and quite a few believe that plant protein is weak and not enough to build muscle. Lentils will shatter that belief. For just about 50 cents per cooked cup, you get 18 grains of protein, but it's what comes along with that protein that makes it a secret weapon against muscle loss after 70. The difference lies in the fiber. 1 cup of lentils has 16 grains of both soluble and insoluble fiber, which feeds gut bacteria that produce butyrate, a compound that reduces muscle inflammation, improves insulin sensitivity, and helps the body use protein more effectively. This is the gut-muscle axis that many new studies talk about. A healthy microbiome can boost muscle protein synthesis by up to 30%. In blue zone communities where people often live healthily into their 90s, lentils and other beans are a primary protein source, yet they still maintain firm, strong muscles. Lentils also contain resistant starch, a type of starch that acts like fiber, helping stabilize blood sugar, increase satiety, and even boost the thermic effect of protein, meaning your body burns more calories to digest it, preventing fat gain while building muscle. Folate is another big plus. Just 1 cup of lentils provides 90% of your daily folate needs. Around 30% of older adults are deficient in folate, and this deficiency directly reduces the body's ability to create new protein at the DNA level. Correcting folate deficiency has been shown to improve muscle strength within 2 weeks and increase muscle mass by about 5% in just 3 months. The iron content in lentils is also significant, 37% of daily needs, and when paired with vitamin C from tomatoes, bell peppers, or lemon juice, absorption triples. Iron supports the production of myoglobin, the oxygen storehouse in muscle, helping you move longer without fatigue. Plus, lentils have more potassium than bananas, helping prevent cramps and reduce calcium loss, maintaining muscle strength. Polyphenols in red, green, and especially black beluga lentils have powerful anti-inflammatory effects, reducing inflammation markers linked to muscle breakdown. The lysine, an amino acid often lacking in plant-based diets, helps form collagen and repair muscle tissue. When combined with grains, lentils form a complete protein source. What I love most about recommending lentils to patients is their convenience. Red lentils cook in just 10 minutes, soft and smooth, perfect for those with chewing difficulties. Green lentils hold their shape in salads, while black beluga lentils are highest in antioxidants. For extra nutrition, try sprouting them. Protein content increases by 20%, and they digest more easily. Once you understand this mechanism, you'll see lentils are far from inferior to eggs. And when your body needs an affordable, easy-to-cook protein source with added anti-inflammatory and muscle protective benefits, lentils are the clear answer. And if you think lentils are impressive, the next food will surprise you because it feeds your muscles and protects your heart at the same time. Number 4. Hemp seeds. The protein that speaks your muscles' native language. If you've ever thought only meat or eggs were strong enough to preserve muscle, after 70 hemp seeds will change your mind. Just 3 tablespoons costing less than a cup of coffee provide 10 grams of complete protein, and this protein is recognized instantly by your body. That's thanks to edestin, a protein nearly identical to the protein in human plasma. It requires minimal processing, placing no strain on digestion, like your muscles are hearing a familiar voice from your youth. What truly sets hemp seeds apart is not just the protein, but their optimal fatty acid ratio. The omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is 3:1, perfectly balanced to reduce inflammation and nourish muscle. By contrast, eggs often have a ratio around 21, which can promote chronic inflammation, something older bodies already battle daily. Hemp seeds also contain GLA gamma-linolenic acid, a rare fat that converts to DGLA, directly reducing inflammation in muscle tissue. Research shows GLA supplementation can reduce muscle soreness by up to 40% and shorten recovery time after exercise in older adults. Hemp seeds are also rich in arginine, an amino acid that unlocks circulation by dilating blood vessels, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles. At age 70, blood flow often slows, making muscle recovery harder. Arginine not only improves circulation, but also stimulates growth hormone release, which drops by half between ages 40 and 70. Some studies show taking arginine before bed or after exercise can increase growth hormone release by up to 30%, aiding muscle regeneration. Magnesium in hemp seeds is another weapon worth noting. 3 tablespoons provide about 50% of daily needs. Magnesium deficiency, found in over 80% of older adults, is directly linked to muscle weakness, cramps, and poor recovery. Magnesium is also needed for vitamin D to work effectively, meaning pairing salmon with hemp seeds creates a powerful muscle recovery duo. And it doesn't stop there. Hemp seeds also contain iron, zinc, and phosphorus, a trio essential for oxygen transport, protein synthesis, and muscle energy production. Adding vitamin C from fruit when eating them will help your body absorb plant-based iron better. Their green color comes from chlorophyll, which supports oxygen transport, reduces exercise fatigue, and helps detoxify waste buildup in muscles. One thing I always highlight for patients is the convenience. No cooking, no refrigeration. Just sprinkle them over yogurt, oatmeal salads, or eat straight from the bag. They have a mild flavor, like young sunflower seeds, making them easy to enjoy daily. Start with 1 tablespoon and increase gradually to let your digestion adapt. Once you understand the science, you'll see hemp seeds are not just a superfood, but a friendly anti-inflammatory muscle-repairing protein in every small spoonful. And if you think hemp seeds are impressive, the next protein will surprise you with how it nourishes muscles and protects joints in an unexpected way. Number 3. Wild salmon. The lubricant that rejuvenates muscles from the inside. When it comes to muscle recovery foods after 70, most people immediately think of eggs or lean meat. But wild salmon offers an advantage that eggs can never match: the ability to reverse muscle damage at the cellular level. Each serving provides about 22 grams of high-quality protein, But the real value lies in a special group of fats, omega-3, EPA and DHA, which act like lubricating oil for an aging muscular system. In later years, chronic inflammation is like rust, slowly corroding muscle fibers. Protein from eggs can feed muscle, but can't stop that corrosion. Omega-3s in salmon can. Researchers at the University of Washington found that with just the omega-3 intake equivalent to eating salmon 3 times a week, older adults could increase muscle mass by 6% without changing their exercise routine or other protein sources. Even more importantly, muscles became more sensitive to all proteins, making protein synthesis more efficient. This works because omega-3s integrate directly into muscle cell membranes, keeping them flexible and responsive to growth signals. At the same time, omega-3s activate mTOR, the main switch for protein synthesis, and drastically reduce inflammatory molecules like TNF-alpha and IL-6. This is something eggs cannot provide. Wild salmon is also one of the few natural foods rich in vitamin D, about 1000 IU per serving, while eggs have almost none. Vitamin D not only supports calcium absorption, but also directly activates protein synthesis via muscle cell receptors. Studies show that correcting vitamin D deficiency can boost muscle strength by up to 20% in older adults. The pink color of wild salmon comes from astaxanthin, an antioxidant 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C at neutralizing free radicals that damage muscle tissue. Astaxanthin protects the mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, helping maintain endurance and reduce fatigue. Research shows that supplementing with astaxanthin can improve muscle endurance by up to 40% in older adults. In addition, salmon provides selenium, about 40% of daily needs, which helps create glutathione peroxidase, a key enzyme protecting muscle from oxidative damage. A serving also delivers about 1 g of creatine, which supports strength and contraction ability, improving performance by 5 to 15% when paired with proper training. The key is to choose wild-caught Alaskan salmon. Compared to farmed salmon, it's higher in omega-3s, richer in vitamin D, and contains natural astaxanthin instead of artificial dyes. Cooking methods matter too. Steaming or lightly baking preserves omega-3s better than frying or grilling over high heat. Adding lemon juice not only boosts flavor, but also protects omega-3s from oxidation and increases iron absorption. For those wanting to save money, canned wild salmon is a smart choice. The soft bones in these are edible, adding extra calcium. Some of my patients mix canned salmon with Greek yogurt and herbs, affordable, yet delivering a double punch of protein and probiotics, supporting both muscle and gut health. If you think omega-3s are just for the heart, wild salmon will show you something else. It can reprogram your muscles to be strong and responsive again. And the next protein source will surprise you with how it can feed your muscles continuously through the night. Number 2. Whey protein. The muscle boost in 60 minutes. If there's one protein that can help a 90-year-old gain muscle faster than a 60-year-old eating eggs, it's whey protein. In a study at McMaster University, scientists compared whey to egg protein in people over 75. The results were so striking, they repeated the study twice to confirm the whey group gained twice as much muscle mass as the egg group. Twice as much, not because they ate more, but because whey enters the body in a completely different way. When you're young, your muscles can utilize protein for many hours after eating. But past 70, this anabolic window shrinks dramatically. To trigger muscle building, you need a rapid spike in blood amino acids. Whey does this in about 60 minutes. Eggs take 3 to 4 hours, and by then your muscles have missed the golden opportunity. And whey has an ace up its sleeve: leucine. Eggs contain about 1.3 g of leucine per serving, while whey has up to 2.5 g. After 70, you need around 3 g of leucine to flip the muscle growth switch. That means you'd have to eat 5 eggs to reach that threshold, but just 1.5 scoops of whey is enough. In addition to leucine, whey also contains the BCAA trio, leucine, isoleucine, and valine, in a more absorbable form than eggs. Leucine signals muscle building, isoleucine increases glucose uptake for energy, and valine helps limit muscle breakdown during activity. Whey also provides immunoglobulins, natural antibodies that improve gut health and reduce intestinal inflammation. This is critical because silent gut inflammation reduces protein absorption in older adults. Glycomacropeptide in whey stimulates the hormone CCK, promoting satiety and improving insulin sensitivity. With better insulin sensitivity, more amino acids enter muscle cells instead of being stored as fat. One of my 92-year-old patients added whey protein to breakfast every day. But her secret to impressive results was blending whey with frozen berries and a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. The berries supply antioxidants that protect amino acids during absorption, and cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity by up to 20%, ensuring more protein goes into muscle. For best results, if you're lactose sensitive, choose whey protein isolate. If not, whey protein concentrate contains more immunoglobulins. Mix whey with cold liquid to preserve protein structure and drink within 30 minutes of mixing to minimize oxidation. Whey isn't just a convenient protein, it's a speed switch that gets your muscles to respond and grow, even when age is working against you. And the next protein will show you how to nourish muscles even while you sleep. Number 1. Cottage cheese, the muscle bodyguard for 8 hours while you sleep. If whey protein is the lightning bolt feeding your muscles in 60 minutes, cottage cheese is the oil lamp quietly fueling them all night. When you sleep, your body enters a catabolic state, breaking down muscle for energy. In older adults, this happens faster, meaning each morning you've lost muscle that you may never fully regain without intervention. Cottage cheese is nearly pure casein, a slow-digesting protein that forms a soft gel in the stomach, releasing amino acids little by little for 6 to 8 hours. Dutch researchers found that when older adults ate cottage cheese before bed, their bodies continued synthesizing muscle protein even while they slept. This is the anti-muscle loss switch working during rest. Casein in cottage cheese also contains bioactive peptides that can slightly lower blood pressure and improve sleep quality. Deeper sleep means more growth hormone release, a powerful signal for muscle repair and building. Good protein leads to good sleep, and good sleep leads to stronger muscles, a positive cycle for healthy aging. But cottage cheese is more than protein. 1 cup provides abundant selenium, a mineral that 60% of people over 70 lack. Low selenium causes muscle weakness and chronic fatigue. Calcium in cottage cheese, 14% of daily needs, not only keeps bones strong, but is essential for every muscle contraction. Vitamin B12, 38% of daily needs, is key for muscles to use protein efficiently, while phosphorus, 30% of needs, supports ATP production, the direct energy source for every muscle fiber. Cottage cheese is easy to digest, requires no cooking and minimal chewing, ideal for those with dental issues or reduced stomach acid. Its sodium content can help maintain electrolyte balance and nutrient transport in people with low blood pressure. For those needing less salt, a quick rinse through a fine strainer can cut sodium by 40% while keeping nearly all the protein. Some of my patients turn cottage cheese into a muscle dessert by mixing in ground flax seeds for omega-3s, crushed walnuts for arginine, and a few drops of vanilla for flavor. Others blend it with a bit of honey and freeze for 30 minutes to make a soft ice cream that feeds muscles all night. The common thread is they all wake up feeling different, stronger, less stiff, and more energetic. That's the power of nourishing your muscles even while you sleep. And finally, one more valuable fact you need to know. Studies show that even people confined to bed can still gain muscle if they get the right protein and minimal activity. But time is not on your side. After age 70, you can lose 1% of your muscle mass each month. In less than 5 years, that's enough to turn independence into dependence. The good news is you don't need an expensive gym or complex diet. The 5 proteins we've just explored are all available at your local store. Muscles don't care how old you are. They only respond to how you feed them and how you use them. Start with one small change. Add whey protein to breakfast, a serving of salmon at lunch, or a bit of cottage cheese before bed. Every meal is an opportunity to reverse muscle aging. Never tell yourself I'm too old, and it's never too late. Your future healthy, independent and full of vitality at 80 or 90 begins with the next meal you choose.